Welcome to Massive Late Fee. And now your hosts, Mark and Carol. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Massive Late Fee. My name is Mark. With me as always is my girlfriend Carol. How are you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. It's March 1st, 1997. No 29th of February this year because it's not a leap year. What do you think about that?
I'm sorry your mom didn't get an actual birthday this year.
Okay.
I'm right on that, aren't I?
Are we... I don't know. Is that something you're making up for the show, or did you really think that my mom's birthday was
I really
February
thought your
29th?
mom's birthday was February 29th.
No, my mom's birthday is September 3rd.
Weird. Okay, never mind.
We do have a friend named Cinnamon.
Okay, I
whose
knew
birthday
there was
is
a person.
February 29th. But she is not my mom.
How weird.
You know what else is weird, Carol? An award-winning sci-fi series avoids cancellation abyss.
What is that now?
A show called Babylon 5.
Come on, man.
Have you ever heard of Babylon 5?
No, have you ever heard of Babylon 5?
No, I haven't. What, the Babylon 5?
But that's not
Babylon
how they say
5.
it.
I don't know what it is.
Babylon. You know that. Come on.
Loyal fans of the
Weirdo.
cult favorite sci-fi series about life aboard a 23rd century space station can breathe easier. B5. They've reduced it to a bingo call. Currently space trucking through its 4th season in syndication, has officially been saved from being sucked into the pesky cancellation wormhole.
Congratulations to them.
Sort of saved, that is. Thanks to TNT's deal to acquire the Warner Brothers production, Babylon 5 will depart the weekly syndicated universe and shift to the Planet Cable starting next January. Planet Cable? What? Okay, so it's going on TNT? Is that what you're trying to say, Mike Duffy?
I think so.
Speak English.
He was like trying to make some kind of metaphor thing happen or whatever. Didn't work out.
Anyway, Bruce Boxleiter is got to be happy.
Who the hell's that?
He stars in Babylon 5. You know, that show...
Nobody stars in Babylon 5.
That show that you love so much, that you know so much about.
Literally never seen it.
Obviously, you don't even know who Bruce Boxleiter is.
Maybe we should watch an episode.
It's Captain John Sheridan. I don't care to.
Okay.
They can fucking cancel it for all I care. Down on drugs. ABC is unleashing ABC's March Against Drugs. Well, that'll take care of it. An anti-drug campaign that runs throughout March.
Oh my.
And extra blah blah. Funniest chucklehead sight of the week. That cockamamie cockadoo perched atop the head of Niles Crane on Tuesday night's fabulously Flippo episode of Frasier.
What the fuck? What is happening?
I don't know.
I mean, like, I like Frasier. I don't know what they're talking about. Is perched on Niles' head. I don't like it.
Schmo of the month? That would be Republican Congressman Tom Coburn of Oklahoma, who slammed NBC for airing Schindler's List last Sunday.
Oh, jeez.
Coburn wailed that Steven Spielberg's powerful Oscar-winning Holocaust film dragged network TV down to an all-time low with full frontal nudity.
What the fuck?
Of Holocaust victims. Real sexy, Tom Coburn. Violence and profanity shown in our homes. Yeah. I mean, it's something that happened, right? Like, fuck you.
Wow.
Sorry to get political, everybody. But that's ridiculous to me, right? It's a frank depiction of a real life event, and they're like, oh, no, look at all that violence. Yeah, okay.
And swearing and nudity.
You ever watch NYPD Blue?
Right?
You know what? If you have a problem with your kids learning about history, then just don't let them watch it. And then they can grow up to be fucking ignorant idiots who vote in ignorant idiots who don't know anything.
Right?
Who believe that everything's a lie and they make up their own reality. Why don't you do that, Tom Coburn?
You tell him, Mark.
Oklahoma. Apologies to our listeners from Oklahoma, but Tom Coburn.
Just kick that asshole out. You'll be fine.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. It's all of Oklahoma's problems right there. Anyway, this week, Carol, we saw a movie. A movie
We did. We.
That's what? Should become French?
You said we did. Or we, whatever. I was making fun of you.
Wow. How'd that turn out?
It would have been fine if you just kept going.
I was like, you were going to attack me with a grenade. You pulled the pin and you just decided to hold it. Oh, but it looks so pretty.
Fuck off. Oh, my God.
Anyway. So we watched a movie, which I believe was what I said. A movie we've all seen before because it came out a long time ago.
In 1979?
Galaxy far, far away. 1980, actually. Filmed in 1979. Released in 1980. Probably the best of the Star Wars films.
I disagree.
It's The Empire Strikes Back. What do you think's the best?
The one with the Ewoks.
The Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
That's the next one.
Because they're so freaking cute.
That's my personal favorite one.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't think definitively the best. I think this is the most well-made.
I think whichever one I like the best is definitively the best.
All right.
End of story.
Okay. So again, we waited in a long, long line
Yep.
to get our tickets and sit down and cheer for Han Solo saying, "I know."
The best line ever.
All the iconic lines. What did you think? I noticed. So we saw the first one. Obviously, we did an episode on the first one, and they made a lot of changes. We noted some changes that they made, or that I guess I should say that George Lucas made, and I noticed far fewer changes this time around.
Well, I think maybe he learned from last time.
I guess I don't know.
But yeah, I agree. There's fewer changes for sure.
Yeah, they. I mean, it's hard to talk about because it's very well-worn territory, right? People have talked about this movie for years. It's revered. It's one of those well-known films. I can give some tidbits. You know, at the beginning of the movie when they're on Hoth and Mark Hamill gets his face mashed in by that creature. Mm-hmm. That's because Mark Hamill in real life was in a car accident between the shooting of the two movies.
Right.
And they said, you know what? We're going to have to do something to cover this up. Why does his face look different?
Have to explain why the pretty boy is not so pretty.
Right. Well, what do you think? He's not as pretty anymore, huh?
I didn't think he was that pretty to begin with.
Does it give his face character?
Honestly, yeah. I think it probably adds something because he looked a little too boyish. But
like that
scar. He's not very attractive in general.
Ever notice that scar that Harrison Ford's got on his chin or whatever? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's from hanging drywall or something out. I don't know what he got. He used to be a carpenter. I don't know what he got that.
Oh, maybe.
I have some notes.
Okay.
All right, but it doesn't encompass a lot, so I hope you have a lot to say about this movie.
I don't have a lot to say, but I have some to say.
I carried the conversation last time.
Did you?
Yes, last time we talked about Star Wars, I carried the conversation.
And I think next time we talk about Star Wars, you're probably going to carry the conversation then, too.
Okay, so you can carry it this time. You can carry the water this time, Carol.
What the fuck?
But I love how you say that. I love how you react as if that's unfair.
It's unfair to expect me to come up with things to carry a conversation like when we're having the conversation.
One thing I noticed. It was interesting to watch this. Having seen it a few times, and now watching it for the first time is like knowing we're going to have to talk about it to our enormous audience of adoring fans. And I noticed something that I never noticed before.
Okay.
At the beginning of the movie, and I talked about this with you a little bit, but at the beginning of the movie, they see Hoth and the probe droid or whatever sees their little establishment, and he's like, Vader goes, "That's where they are. I'm sure Skywalker's with them." He says, "I'm sure Skywalker's with them." Mm-hmm. Then, like 40 minutes later in the movie, the Emperor's like, "Yeah, that boy that blew up the Death Star, I think he's Anakin Skywalker's son." And he's like, how could that be the case? But how did you know his name? You knew, like, first of all, okay, so he's like, Skywalker's there, but, it's Anakin Skywalker's son?
Maybe it's a common name like Jones.
How many other Skywalkers do you hear about how many other last names do you hear about, really? I don't hear any other Skywalkers.
Solo. It's Unhut.
He's Jabba the Hutt. I don't think that's like, is that his last name?
I don't know.
Is his middle name The?
Maybe.
Solo. What's Princess Leia's last name? There you go.
How about Yoda?
Exactly. What's Yoda's last name?
I don't know. I know. Kenobi. Ben Kenobi.
Okay, fine. But the point is you don't hear any other Skywalkers.
No.
I don't hear any other Skywalkers. And let's say, for whatever reason, Skywalker is a super common name in the galaxy of Star Wars. How'd they find out this guy's name? How did he know it? He blew it up. He blew up the Death Star, and they were like, what, did they take his license plate number? They go down to the DMV?
Well, I mean,
it's registered to a fucking Luke Skywalker.
He's leading the rebels.
He wasn't leading the rebels at that time. He was just some dick that latched on at the last minute. How would they have known him? They knew Princess Leia. She was like the figurehead, right?
Right.
And maybe there's some other generals or whatever they know, but he's not a general. He's just some dude. Just some farm boy comes out of nowhere. Some terrorist.
I don't know.
Destroys a government facility.
I don't know.
And so, like, they couldn't have known his name. It makes sense when the Emperor's like, I've sensed it. Mm-hmm. That it's the son of Skywalker. And it's like, okay, I get that. So they used magic. But if Vader used magic and was like, Skywalker's there, then he would already know it's his son.
But, like, when he talks to him, he does know it's his son.
After he talked to the Emperor. After the Emperor's like, yeah, it's your kid. I also love how he says it like that. How he's like the son of Anakin Skywalker. Like
he's not Anakin Skywalker.
Like he would have just said, I think that's your kid.
Well, I mean, that's part of the brainwashing that they've done to him, though. It's like he thinks that he's a different person. Like he thinks he killed that person. Like,
I guess, but it's really for the audience. It's for the reveal to come later. And it's for that to make sense, for him to know that he's the dad to make sense.
Yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense, I guess. You're right.
But it's weird, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing that I have, also with Darth Vader, I noticed a lot of Vader things. I think he's bad at his job.
Why?
Well, first of all, he was ineffectual at getting the Death Star plans in the first movie.
Okay.
Which directly led to the destruction of the Death Star, right? And then in this movie, he's taken on, he was whatever, Tarkin's right-hand man. It didn't seem like he was fully the one in charge. Now it seems like he's the Emperor's right-hand man, and he's fully in charge of everybody, right? All the admirals and shit are all under him. But he's a bad leader. Ozzel or whatever, Admiral Ozzel makes that mistake of coming out of light speed too quickly or whatever, and he just fucking chokes him to death. And then says to the one guy, he's like, you're the Admiral now. And then Captain Nita loses the Millennium Falcon, and he goes to apologize, and he kills him, force chokes him to death. He's like, apology accepted, Captain Nita. And it's like, none of these people are going to... That's not how you lead. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, really?
Like, he's trying to use, like, fear and intimidation and stuff, but all that's going to do is get them to do exactly what they think you would want them to do, exactly how they think you would want them to do it. You're micromanaging. Instead of allowing your best people to shine and use their creativity to find and capture and torture Solo and stuff like that, instead of allowing them to grow and shine on their own and motivate them that way, like, they're all going to be pissed scared of being killed because of you. That's not how you successfully motivate a team, especially when these people, have gone through training and stuff like that.
What in the actual fuck is happening right now? Like, are you seriously trying to compare Darth Vader leading the dark side, forces? What the fuck are they called?
The Empire.
The Empire. Leading the Empire to, like, I don't know, your boss, like, leading your team at work? Because I don't think it's comparable.
Yeah, it's a military organization. It's a clear chain of command. That's what he's doing.
But they're evil. I mean, I don't think...
Does that mean they have to be bad at their jobs?
I mean, I think it means they have to be intimidating and scary and mean to each other. I don't think that it'd be like, him walking around.
Would it be to be in the Empire?
Walking around with like a notebook, like, I see, Admiral whoever is like employee of the month this month. You're doing such a great job. Here's a gold star and a gift certificate for coffee. Like,
could you imagine a progress report with Darth Vader?
Right. Like,
I've got to go in for my yearly review with Vader.
I hope I come out.
You managed time well.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, he's a bad leader. He's not. He's clearly not militarily trained. He's not a good military leader.
I guess. I mean, like...
Yeah, maybe Ossel did, like, fucked up or whatever, but at least he had the balls to try something.
Yeah. I'm not saying Darth Vader...
And how big of a failure was it really? They destroyed that base.
Right. I'm not saying that he was right. I'm just saying I think that it's a weird comparison.
I think it's an apt comparison. Let us know if you think that Vader employs bad leadership tactics.
I mean, in the military, aren't they kind of like that, though? I mean, not that they kill people, but...
Yeah,
I mean...
yeah, they do. They strangle them to death.
But, I mean, they're, like, always, like, yelling at them and calling them scum and, treating them bad. Isn't that, like, how it works?
In basic training. Not like when they're actually on the front lines, like, hunting down rebels and, trying to kill small little... green creatures.
Okay. Oh, that's so weird.
So Yoda appears in this movie. First time any of us saw Yoda. I mean, not obviously now, but like in the movies, first time any of us ever saw Yoda.
He looks like my grandma. He does. I don't know. It's like the old people head.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's modeled on the guy that's created him. The puppeteer or whatever that created him, that he modeled it after his own face.
Okay.
And he's an old guy.
That makes sense. Because can't you just picture him like in a little nursing home bed or something? I don't know. When he's not like moving shit with his mind.
Yoda wants pudding. He tried to eat that thin food that Luke had. He had a little like hot dog.
Right. That was funny.
Yeah, well, that's a funny part when he puts on the fake, like, I'm gonna be. It's very clear it's Frank Oz. Like, It's very Miss Piggy sounding. Mm-hmm. When you know that, it's like, oh yeah, I can totally hear it. But yeah, apparently that was like a nightmare to shoot because it was like most of this movie, Mark Hamill wasn't with everyone else, and he's just on this set where there's holes everywhere on this set so that Frank Oz can walk around underneath it holding the Yoda puppet and stuff like that and then doing the voice and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's holes everywhere so he can come through and pop up and everything, and it's all built like a jungle, and it's fog everywhere and stuff like that. It's like fucking walking in a death trap.
That sounds kind of fun, though.
I'm sure it was. But yeah, and so it was mostly him and a puppet for the majority of the movie.
Wow. Yeah, that would be a little crazy making.
How'd you like his line reading?
What do you mean?
When Vader's like, no, I'm your father or whatever, and he goes, no. How many syllables did it take for the word no?
That was a bit much, yes. It would be pretty devastating, though.
Yeah, but that's a hell of a line reading. I guess it's iconic, though.
Does he not know who his father is? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was living
Obi-Wan
with his
told
aunt
him
and uncle.
He was a Jedi Knight.
So his dad, it was just like mystery the whole time.
Well, okay. This is what I get from it. I'm pretty sure the movies will bear this out. I think there's books that explain it too, but I don't read any of the fucking books. Are you having a premonition? What's going on?
I just keep hearing a sound, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think it's the cat snoring because the cat's sleeping.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I think the cat just... Our cat snores. One of them, because he's obese.
Well, yeah, he probably has, like, sleep apnea.
But anyway, so I believe originally his Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru told him that his dad was... What did he say? Because he says it in the first movie. They told me that he was killed, like... I don't remember how. He died somehow. Mm-hmm. Like he was a pilot or something like that. Or he did something, and like that's how he got killed. But he knew he died, and he thought he died. And he thought he died in some like kind of mundane way, I think. I don't remember exactly. But when he tells it to Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan's like, oh, they hid the truth from you because they wanted to protect you or whatever. While at the same time lying, which, big balls, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And then he says, no, he was a Jedi, and a Jedi named Darth Vader betrayed and murdered him.
See, he did the same bullshit.
Is a lie, right, exactly. And then in the third movie, he says, what I told you is true from a certain point of view. What are you doing?
I hear things. I'm hearing things.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, okay, it's true from a certain point of view or whatever, but it's not. Like, everybody's dancing around the fucking truth.
Do you think that's because they didn't know, or I don't know? Like, clearly at the beginning of this movie, that was the plan. Mm-hmm. But was it the plan in the last movie?
Oh, absolutely not.
I mean, they did name him Darth Vader. Like, Vader kind of means father.
Huh.
Vader.
Dark Father.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know. You'll never get it. You'll never get a straight answer out of George Lucas.
Because we know, what happens in the next movie, I don't think it was the plan all along.
Well, yeah, I don't think so either. I certainly don't think the sibling thing was the plan all along. Yeah. Especially when they kiss twice in this movie.
Yeah.
People don't talk about the second kiss that much when they're on the Millennium Falcon after they rescue him from Cloud City, but it's still weird.
Yeah. Yeah, first, the first kiss is just to make, Han jealous, whatever. But yeah, the next kiss, it's like, that was a real kiss. That wasn't nothing.
And then at the end, in this third movie, she's like, I know, somehow I've always known. It's like, did you?
No, you didn't.
Really?
I hope not, because that's gross.
Alderons, Alabama. But, the other thing I noticed, end of this movie, after Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite, and like very end of the movie when Lando Calrissian gets the Millennium Falcon back or whatever, right? He's wearing Han's clothes.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Why is he wearing Han's clothes? It's so weird.
I think it's just like, an
extra set of clothes that Han had.
Yeah, maybe. Or like, do they just have a similar wardrobe?
That's a pretty fucking similar wardrobe.
I mean, it's not like it's the only set of clothes made.
I don't see Han Solo in a lot of capes.
Okay.
Like Billy D. Williams, a.k.a. William December Williams. That's his full name.
That's a fucked up name.
William December Williams.
Was he born in December?
I don't know. Maybe.
I hope so. Because otherwise it makes no sense.
I hope he was born in February. I hope he was born February 29th.
Right.
Like my mom.
Oh, I don't know where that came from. That's so weird.
So what did you think of this movie?
I mean, like I said, it's not my favorite. The next one's my favorite, but I think it's better than the first one. Like,
fucking good.
To me, I think they get better as they go on. So, like, first, second, third. That's my order.
Well, hopefully, then when the new ones come out in a couple of years, they'll be even better.
Well, here's hoping. I doubt it.
They've got George Lucas has time on the side, and I mean, obviously, he upgrades in technology and things like that.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be awesome. I'm really hyped.
I'm excited too, and it kind of sucks that I have to wait so long.
1999.
Whatever. Yeah.
That's when they're coming out.
It's a long time.
It's fucking awesome, though.
99. What are we going to do to celebrate?
We're going to party like it's 1999, like Prince said. What a fucking genius to write that song. I think that song came out in like 85 or something like that or whatever. To write that song knowing that like 15 years later that's going to be the number one song or whatever.
I'm sure. That's pretty smart. And I don't know. I think the thing that's the best about this movie, though, is the chemistry with Leia, and Han.
The chemistry with Leah Vandercook and Han Solo.
I think, they make sense. They go together. Her and Luke would not have worked.
No, she needs an older, domineering presence.
I guess.
She needs a father figure because hers is evil.
Right? There you go. I don't know. I guess, I mean, like...
Although she had a dad.
That's true.
Says she did, anyway.
Because they were
served
raised...
my father in the Clone Wars, she says, remember?
Yeah, she was raised as a princess of a kingdom.
Right. Well, of a planet, I guess? I don't know exactly.
Whatever. The planet was a kingdom.
The planet was a kingdom. That sounds like a Rush song or something.
I don't know. She didn't seem that upset when everybody in her whole world died, so who knows?
Yeah.
Might have been like 10 people.
On that whole planet.
You never know.
Well, it was at least millions because that's what Obi-Wan says. He goes, millions of voices crying out in agony and then being silenced at once.
So sad.
I fear something terrible's happened. Yeah, no shit.
That does sound pretty horrifying.
No, this is a great movie, though. I mean, the battle on Hoth. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, when we watch the third one, you're going to realize the beginning of the movie is excellent, the ending of the movie is excellent, and then there's a lot in the middle where nothing happens.
We'll see. If there's cute Ewoks on the screen, then it doesn't matter.
I wanted one so bad when I was a kid.
Me too. Although I also wanted a gremlin, so...
You know what I didn't want? Was a sandworm, or whatever, that asteroid worm thing that tries to eat them.
Oh, yeah. That was weird. Like, you think they're in a tunnel, but they're actually in a worm.
I had the Chewbacca action figure that with C-3PO that would like broke apart, and you had the little like net thing where you could put his pieces in. I
think that's ridiculous. Like, I mean, it sounds like you had fun with it, but
it was awesome.
It's like one scene of a movie. Like, why would they make the whole? doll like that.
Money.
Yeah.
Because it was a different Chewbacca and a different C-3PO you wanted to buy. That's why it's called money, Carol.
Okay.
It's called capitalism. Do a capitalism. George Lucas, man. Fucking smartest guy in the world. It's like, oh yeah, we'll make one of these for you. 20th Century Fox. We'll do it. Hey, do you want the merchandising rights for any toys or anything that comes out of this movie? Nah, you can have that shit.
Seriously.
Yeah, they just gave it to him. They're
That's
just like,
awesome.
I think he said you can pay me less or something like that, but I want the merchandising rights or whatever. But they were just like, yeah, fucking, you can have the merchandising rights. I mean, no one had made money like making toys from a fucking movie before or anything like that, and it just exploded.
Right.
He's made so much fucking money from Star Wars.
Well, good for him.
No, absolutely, I agree. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. Unless you got something more that you want to say about Star Wars, episode 5, episode 5.
I'm looking forward to
Empire Strikes
episode
Back.
6. So that's about it.
Your favorite?
Yes.
That's a great scene at the space fighting scene. Mm-hmm. It's like the best space fighting scene I think in any movie.
You mean when
good.
they're on the planet with the Ewoks?
No. God damn, are you just fucking Ewok obsessed? I can see how you're going to carry the conversation. And then the Ewok did this, and then the Ewok did that, and then the Ewok blinked.
It's
Except
like
they don't. They don't blink. Ewoks don't blink. They're just glassy-eyed monsters. Who eat those stormtroopers, by the way. We'll get into it.
okay.
Anyway, so that'll be next week. But for this week...
It will?
No, it actually won't.
I don't think it's coming out that fast.
That'll be next month.
Right, there you go.
For this week, we will bid you adieu, Carol. Tell people where to go find Ewoks.
So go to our website at www.retrolatefee.com and write us at latefee1994 at AOL.com.
Yeah, we love to hear your messages. We got maybe we'll read it out next episode. But we got some nice messages. We got a nice message from somebody recently.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was very nice. We appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Okay. And tell your friends to listen to the show.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.